They call me the American doctor who still climbs shrine steps at 80. I was trained in the heart of New York's finest medical institutions, but I chose to make my home in Japan, where the wisdom of elders walks quietly through temple gardens and where strength is not measured by muscles, but by movement. And after 4 decades of serving Japan's aging population, I've seen a truth too many overlook. It's not your heart, your eyes, or even your memory that fails first after 60. It's your legs. Your legs are the first to weaken. And if you ignore them, everything else, your balance, your independence, your dignity can soon follow. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to happen. There are 7 foods, yes, just 7 that I've seen restore stability, strength, and vitality to thousands of aging legs across Japan's countryside. Foods backed not just by tradition, but by science. Let me begin with the story of a woman who taught me this lesson firsthand. The 84-year-old who refused to sit down. Her name was Fumiko. She lived in a hillside town in Maine, surrounded by moss-covered stones and the scent of cedar. When I first visited her home for a routine checkup, she greeted me at the door, not sitting, not leaning but squatting. Perfect form, flat-footed, balanced like a bamboo stalk. I was stunned. Most people her age need help standing up from a chair. Fumiko, she could pick herbs from the garden without bending her knees. She cooked while standing on one foot. Her legs were lean, but they were steel. When I asked her secret, she smiled and said, "I eat what feeds my feet." At first, I thought she was joking, but she wasn't. She showed me the foods she ate every single week. 7 of them. All simple, all natural, and all deeply rooted in Japanese dietary tradition. Since then, I've recommended these same foods to hundreds of patients. And I've seen people go from unstable and slow to walking with confidence even after 80. Let me share those 7 foods with you and the science behind each one. Food 1. Natto, the fermented powerhouse. Natto is a traditional Japanese food made from fermented soybeans. Its sticky texture and strong smell are famous or infamous, but what matters is what it does to your legs. Why it works. Rich in vitamin K2, which helps direct calcium into your bones, not your arteries. Contains nattokinase, an enzyme that improves circulation and reduces blood clots. Full of plant-based protein, essential for preserving muscle mass. A 2019 study in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found that elderly Japanese adults who consumed natto regularly had higher bone density and fewer fractures, especially in the hips. How to eat it. Mix with a bit of mustard and chopped scallion. Serve over warm rice in the morning. Fumiko had natto at least 4 times a week. Food 2. Sardines, bones, protein, and omega-3s. Sardines are small, but they pack a mighty punch, especially for aging legs. Why they work. High in calcium and vitamin D, essential for bone strength. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation in joints and muscles. Contain protein that helps rebuild and maintain leg muscle. In Japan, grilled sardines are a common breakfast item, especially among the elderly in coastal towns. A 2016 meta-analysis in Nutrients showed that omega-3 intake is linked to improved muscle function and reduced sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. How to eat them. Grilled, canned in water or olive oil, or simmered in soy sauce and ginger. Food 3. Sweet potatoes, the energy roots. Sweet potatoes have long been a staple in Okinawa, home to some of the longest living people on Earth. Why they work. High in potassium, which supports muscle contractions and prevents cramps. Rich in antioxidants, reducing oxidative damage to muscle fibers. Low glycemic, providing steady energy for walking and physical activity. Fumiko often steamed sweet potatoes and ate them plain as an afternoon snack. She said it gave her power without heaviness. Studies have shown that diets high in colorful root vegetables are associated with better lower limb function in older adults. How to eat them. Steamed, roasted, or added to miso soup. Food 4. Miso soup with seaweed, mineral magic. It's not just comfort food. Miso soup is a mineral delivery system, especially when paired with seaweed like wakame or kombu. Why it works. Miso provides fermented soy protein and beneficial probiotics. Seaweed offers magnesium, iodine, calcium, and iron, all key for muscle repair and energy. Warm soup promotes circulation and gut health, both essential for leg vitality. A study published in Clinical Nutrition in 2018 found that magnesium intake is positively correlated with muscle strength and physical performance in older adults. Fumiko had miso soup every morning. Her version always included tofu, green onions, and a small handful of wakame. How to eat it? Fresh miso paste stirred into hot, not boiling, water with seaweed and vegetables. Food 5. Sesame seeds. The strength seeds. Tiny but powerful, sesame seeds are often overlooked in Western diets, but they are a staple in Japan's centenarian kitchens. Why they work? Packed with calcium, zinc, and selenium, nutrients crucial for bones and joints. Contains sesamin, a compound that reduces inflammation and oxidative stress. Provide healthy fats that support hormone balance and joint lubrication. Research in Osteoarthritis and Cartilage Journal has shown that sesame supplementation can reduce knee pain and improve function in older adults with arthritis. Fumiko sprinkled ground sesame seeds over her rice, noodles, and even into her miso soup. How to eat them? Toasted and ground, gomashio style, or as sesame paste mixed into sauces. Food 6. Shiitake mushrooms. The natural vitamin D source. While vitamin D is essential for bone and muscle health, many seniors have low levels, especially in winter. Shiitake mushrooms are one of the few plant-based sources. Why they work? Naturally high in vitamin D when sun-dried. Provide beta-glucans, which support immune function and reduce inflammation. Offer B vitamins for energy and nerve health. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that increasing vitamin D intake significantly improves muscle strength and balance in the elderly. Fumiko would hang shiitake mushrooms to dry in the sun, then slice them into soups and stir-fries. How to eat them? Sun-dried, then rehydrated in warm water before cooking. Food 7. Tofu. The muscle maker. Tofu is more than just a vegetarian option. It's one of the cleanest sources of digestible protein for aging bodies. Why it works? Contains all essential amino acids for muscle synthesis. Gentle on digestion and easy to absorb. High in isoflavones, which protect against bone loss and support hormonal balance. A study in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging found that regular soy protein intake helped preserve muscle mass and function in women over 65. Fumiko ate tofu at least 3 times a week, often cold with ginger and scallions in summer, and simmered in hot pots in winter. How to eat it? Silken tofu cold, firm tofu in stews, or grilled as a main dish. A pattern of strength. As I visited Fumiko over the years, I saw something rare, a woman who did not decline. She didn't walk slower. She didn't complain of fatigue. She didn't fall. Even at 88, her steps were quick, her posture upright, her spirit sharp. And every time, the foods were there waiting in her kitchen. Simple, seasonal, unprocessed. It wasn't magic. It was mineral balance, muscle fuel, and consistent nourishment. Scientific summary. Why these 7 foods work. Let's summarize the science behind these traditional power foods. Natto provides vitamin K2 for bone strength and improves blood flow. Sardines deliver omega-3s, calcium, and vitamin D for joint and muscle health. Sweet potatoes supply potassium and antioxidants to support muscle energy. Miso plus seaweed offer magnesium, iron, and gut-healing probiotics. Sesame seeds reduce joint inflammation and supply crucial bone minerals. Shiitake mushrooms, natural source of vitamin D and immune support. Tofu, easy to digest protein that maintains and repairs muscle tissue. These foods are not exotic. They're accessible. And more importantly, they're effective. They form a web of support for your legs, from the joints, to the muscles, to the nerves and bones. Final words from Dr. Raymond Kondo. If your legs feel tired faster than they used to, if stairs feel steeper than they once were, if your balance isn't what it was 5 years ago, don't wait until you fall to start paying attention. Your legs are your independence. Feed them, move them, respect them. Because the strength of your legs is the difference between living fully and fading quietly. If this story gave you new insight, please like the video, comment below with the food you'll add to your diet, and subscribe for more soul-deep, science-backed health advice from a doctor who still believes that strength begins from the ground upon step, one meal, one day at a time.